Okay, in this video we're going to address biting, and we are very lucky because Router is not a very bitey guy, but he does bite on occasion, so we want to be able to communicate and ask for what we want. So we're going to teach him the words leave it and off. Leave it means leave it alone. Don't touch it, don't go after it, don't mess with it, just leave it alone. And then off means stop doing it. So one is preemptive and the other one is you catch him in the act, that's off. So here we go. We're going to take some regular dog food, take a handful, and I'm going to show him I have it. Hold on just a second, buddy. Leave it, and when he tries to get it, I'm just going to close my hand. I don't pull my hand away. Off, off, good boy. Off, off, whenever he leaves my hand alone, good boy. Free, free is my release word. That means he gets to have some. Leave it, good boy. Off, good. Off, good boy. Off, off, good boy. Good boy. Free. The lesson is if you leave it alone, you get to have one. Router, leave it. Off, off, off. Off is for biting, licking, nudging, pawing, any touching whatsoever. Off, off. Now he's biting. I'm going to push towards him. Off, off, good. Off, off, good. Off, 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 off. Good, good, good. Free. Leave it. Off. Good, good. Free. That was his first good one. Leave it. Free. Good boy. Very nice. Leave it. Off. Good. Off. Good. Good. Free. Router, leave it. Good boy. Free. And so up high at his chin level is easy. Going to the ground is much harder. Leave it. Off. Good. Good. Free. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. Off. Good. Good. You don't get it till I say the magic word, which is free. Awesome. What a good boy. So now let's apply it. He's about to bite my shoelace. He's about to bite my hair. I say, leave it. He pulls back. He doesn't do it. Yay, what a good boy. Lay on the praise and tell him how wonderful he is when he does leave it. You miss the training opportunity and he's got his feet on top of the table. You're going to say off and you're going to pull him off of the table. So we don't just say things. We have to follow through with praise when they do something right or a correction if they don't do something right. The number one thing you do for biting is redirect to a toy. Can I just have one toy? No, it's probably not good enough. I want to have something that's squeaky, something the dog likes. I want to have maybe something where I can hold one end and they can hold the other end and we can be at a distance so I'm not right next to those very, very sharp teeth. This one has a bottle inside, so it's kind of crunchy and makes a different kind of a noise. So it gets him excited for that toy in a different way. And then I also have a ball, which we can toss, we can bounce, we can roll. So lots of ways it might get him excited. And I also have a bone. So if he wants to chew on something with those sharp little teeth, chew on the bone, don't chew on my hand. So Router's doing an excellent job showing that he doesn't mind being redirected. And sometimes they won't redirect easily. Sometimes they want to bite your skin on purpose, and for that we're going to scream and leave. And so Router is not one of those puppies that does that. I don't know why, he's one in a million. But most puppies do want to bite your skin because when they play with each other, they're biting each other as they play. They land on each other, they throw each other to the ground, they practice being on top and being on the bottom, and they like to wrestle and play a little bit hard. So we are not puppies. We're not playing with them that way. We need to teach them it's not okay to bite our skin. So when a puppy bites your skin, we're going to scream and leave the room. So we pretend the puppy bit my hand, a real scream, ah! And leave. Get up and leave. 20 or 30 seconds. Come back and pretend like nothing happened. And we're ready to interact again. So we're not going to scream for no reason. We're not going to scream if he bites my hand by accident because he slipped off the toy. Sometimes accidents happen. We're not getting mad at him for an accident. It's when I hold the toy and I'm showing him, play with this, and he says, no, I want to bite you instead. I want to scream to surprise him. I want to let him know it doesn't feel good on my skin. And when I leave, that's the part where he says, oh my gosh, are you okay? I hope nothing wrong happened. So we want him to feel a little bit bad about doing it. So we scream and leave the room, and anyone who's around should also just kind of ignore him for a little bit and give him a little bit of a shunning so that he feels the presence or the lack of presence that since you've left, that he feels alone. It's a short span of time, so when you come back, then they're happy to see you again, and many times they're licking and apologetic, and they're almost like, I'm not going to bite you anymore, I'm done with that, I just didn't know it was a problem. So we just communicate. You can bite each other when you're playing with puppies, but I'm not a puppy, don't bite my skin. If your puppy bites your skin and it's okay with you, then what happens when they bite the child's skin next door? Are they going to think that's okay? Probably not. So we want to teach our puppies not to bite our skin. So scream and leave is a way to do that. And that generally works for young puppies. Once you have a puppy that's about 4 to 5 months old, it really won't work anymore. If you try it and it doesn't work at all for your puppy, then don't do it. So scream and leave is for a young puppy. If it works, do it. And sometimes each member of your family has to show that biting their skin hurts. So maybe each member of your family has to give it a try. So we've got redirect to a toy, scream and leave the room if your dog bites your skin on purpose. We have our commands, leave it and off. Are our commands enough? If I say, leave it, does my puppy automatically listen to what I'm saying? Maybe for a quick second, and then they'll say, I already did that. I already left it alone. Now it's time to go ahead and get it. So not only do you say leave it and off, but you want to redirect them to a toy. Let's play with the toy. Look at this toy. It's so much fun. And it can't just be a toy that sits there because I've been holding this for 5 minutes and he could have cared less about it. But when I shake it and squeak it, it becomes a little bit more exciting. He's like, oh, I want the food. I want the food. So in this case, Router, leave it. Good boy. There you go. How about that? You want to train? Okay, we can do training. So for biting, leave it and off, redirect to a toy, praise when they're being good, scream and leave when they bite your skin on purpose, and the last thing is time out when nothing's working. Sometimes you get into a certain time of day. A lot of people think it's between 7 and 9 p.m. when their dogs just kind of go crazy and they can't listen. And when you have a dog that can't listen to commands or behave, they're biting you and they're really acting crazy, then you might just need to give them a timeout. So what is a timeout? It's putting your puppy where they're safe, time without you. So in the case where I screamed and I left, I kind of took the timeout. In this case where you can't get your dog to listen, you're going to give your dog the timeout. So you might put them out on the deck. You might put them in the backyard. You might put them in the kitchen behind a baby gate. You might put them in an exercise pen. It doesn't really matter. You could put them in the crate. You just want them to settle down and have time to be calm. Calm is always good. So anytime they're calm, I consider it a good thing. A lot of people don't like to put the puppy in the crate if they've been naughty, but the frank truth is you put the puppy in the crate anytime you need a break. Anytime you can't spend time with them, anytime you can't watch them. Eyes on puppy at all times because they might be chewing something up or going to the bathroom in your house. So you really want to keep an eye on them at all times. So they're with you or they're in the crate, and that's about all you've got. So I expect you to probably use the crate quite a bit just for short periods of time. And then when you're ready to spend time together, how about let's spend some positive time and go for a walk or play with toys or grab some treats and do some training. When you don't have a toy in your hand and you're moving, arms and legs become toys. So your dog might jump and bite your arms and legs. So whenever you're spending time with your puppy, you want to have toys. There is Router. Instead of jumping and biting her arms and legs, he just stopped for a little potty break. And so he's not very bitey and jumpy, but sometimes he can be. So if you don't have toys, arms and legs can become toys and your dog might jump and bite you. So if you have toys instead, then when you move around with the toys in your hand, then the focus is on the toys instead of your skin. So this is the right way to play with your dog and spend time with your dog so that your dog is not biting you.
Off.
Okay, grab him by the collar. Off.
Off.
And hold until he's calm. Grab him behind the ears and try not to let him bite you. And so the more he fights, the more you hold. And you've got to wait him out. Good. So he's still being crazy. That means you have to still hold the collar. So here's a puppy that's not used to wearing a collar. The collar's brand new from this weekend. So he's got to get used to it. Guess what? The collar means control, and the people are control. The puppy is not. So we're not going to take crazy behavior. So do you want me to take over?
Yes. I'm a doggy chew toy.
And then you can film him. So I'm not holding him to the ground. I'm just holding the collar, and I'm holding my hand in a way that he can't bite my hand. And he's free to get up. He's choosing to lay down. As long as you fight, I hold your collar. And you can't bite me because I'm not going to let you. And so now he's panicking just a little bit, and he gives up, and now I can let go. If you behave and you're calm, we let go. If you bite and you're crazy, we hold you by the collar. That's your punishment. And you will not bite me while I hold your collar. And if I stay behind the ears, he can't bite me, and I can also do this with my fingers so that he can't turn his head and bite me. Yes, you can get my hair, but you can't get my skin. Okay, and then as soon as we get him up, I'm going to redirect him to the toy. Good boy. So I'm just going to grab the toy and redirect so we can have some good times together instead of just being in trouble. Yeah, you don't have to be in trouble. We just have to act good. You jump and bite me, you're in big trouble, mister. Off. I say it and I do it. I make it happen. I hold the collar and wait for him to be calm. You jump on me, you're going to learn a lesson. But I'm never going to be rough, and I'm never going to be mad. This is just what puppies do. He's a baby. And you bite the toy, and we can have a good time together. But if you bite and jump on me, you're going to get into some trouble. That's the way it works. That's the way it works, love. He is gunning for me instead of the toy. Here we go with the collar again. Yes, one of us is in charge, and it's not you. Okay? Now what I can do is put his leash on. If you don't have control, put on the leash. Here we go to the ground again. Under the foot. Am I choking him? Absolutely not. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nudging and waiting. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Shortening the leash so he can't get in too much trouble. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Finally, we got a good boy. It just took a little practice. But he needs to know who's in charge, and it's the people.